To get familiar with how the app organizes your finances, let's walk through the built-in tour. This next step shows where your total money held is displayed, so go ahead and tap Next to continue. Here you'll see how to filter by account type. The tour now highlights where all your money is stored in one place. Keep going by tapping Next. This step introduces the option to move money between accounts. Next, to review how money moves between your accounts, the walkthrough will introduce the transfer feature, which lets you shift funds between your accounts. Hit Next to continue. Here you'll pick the source or the from account where the money's leaving. Tap Next to move on. Next up is the to account, which is the destination for your funds. Go ahead and hit Next. This is where you'll enter the transfer amount. Tap Next to keep going. You can also add an optional note to remember what the transfer was for. Hit Next to continue. Finally, you'll confirm the transfer to complete it. You've now seen how the transfer money feature works for moving funds between your accounts. Next, let's tour the Add Account flow to understand how to set up a new account from scratch. To get a feel for how accounts work, tap on the Add Account button to launch the guided tour. The first pop-up introduces you to creating a new account. Hit Next to continue. Next up, the tour explains the account name field, where you'll label your account. Tap Next to move on. Here's an important one. You'll need to pick between cash or bank. This step covers the opening balance, which is the amount you're starting with in that account. Tap Next to keep going. Finally, the tour shows you where to save everything. Hit Next to wrap up the walkthrough. That wraps up our tour of the Add Account flow. To explore the Expenses section, switch over to the Expenses tab. This view shows your total business spending at a glance. Hit Next to continue the tour. Next up, you'll see how categories help organize your spending, so tap Next to move ahead. The tour now prompts you to create your first category. Hit Next, and the Add Category dialog will open up. Since we're just exploring for now, tap Cancel to close this dialog. Next, we'll walk through the Add Expense flow to see what details are needed to log a business expense. Continue the tour by tapping Next on the record, a business expense tip. This step explains how to pick a category, like fuel or rent, so you can classify your spending. Tap Next to move on. Next up is the description field, where you'll note what the expense was for. Hit Next to keep going. You'll see where to enter the amount you paid. Tap Next to continue. This tip shows you how to choose which account the money came from. Move ahead by clicking Next. Here you'll set the date of the expense. Tap Next to proceed. The final step confirms your expense before saving. Tap Next to wrap up the tour. Let's move on to adding a cash account. To add a cash account, head over to the Accounts tab. Tap the Add Account button to open up the new account form. In the account name field, type a clear label so you can easily identify this cash source later. Next, tap the opening balance field and enter the current cash amount you have on hand. This sets your starting point so the app can track your balance accurately. Once you're happy with the details, hit Add Account to save it. Your cash account has been added successfully and is now showing in the accounts list. Next, let's add a bank account by tapping Add Account again, this time selecting the bank option to track money held in your bank. To add a bank account this time, hit the Add Account button once more. Since this is a bank account, switch the account type over to bank. Tap into the account name field to get started. Enter the name of your bank so you can easily identify it later. Next, select the opening balance field. Punch in the current balance you have sitting in that bank account. Wrap it up by tapping Add Account, and your bank is now part of your setup.